everyone. Hello, Miss Rena. Uh, Welcome back to my channel. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yosephin Nisti, or you can call me Nisti. Today, I'm going to do a presentation about semantics in relation between sentences. So, what is the meaning? It refers to the meaning that is conveyed by the words, phrases, and structures used in those sentences. Semantics is concerned with the interpretation of language and how the meaning is derived from the arrangement of words in the sentence and the relationships between them. When you examine the relations between sentences, semantics analysis involves the understanding how the meaning of one sentence relates to the meaning of another. This can include understanding how the sentence connect logically, casually, and temporally, or in terms of comparison and contrast. The semantic relations between sentences help to create a coherence and then convey a coherent message or narrative. There are three types. The first one is paraphrases, the second one is entailment, and the third one is contradiction. Paraphrases. Paraphrasing involves expressing the meaning of a text or statement using different words while retaining the original message. When considering the relations between sentences in paraphrases, it's essential to understand how the structures, semantics, and overall meaning are preserved or altered. There's many types of paraphrases. Number one is semantic equivalence. In paraphrases, the primary goal is to maintain the same meaning or intent as the original text. Usually, the sentence in paraphrases should convey the same informations, ideas, or concepts using different words or structures. Number two is sentence restructuring. Is a paraphrasing that may involve reordering clauses or changing the overall sentence structures without altering the core meaning. Passive constructions may be transformed into active ones or vice versa. The third one is tone and style. Paraphrase sentence should maintain the same tone and style as the original, or as required in a given context. And then adjustments may be made based on the intended audience or purposes. Number four is contextual consideration. The paraphrases sentence should fit seamlessly into the broader context of the text or conversation. The contextual nuance, such as cultural reference or idiomatic expressions, may need to be preserved or adapted. The original example is the diligent student consistently completes assignments ahead of schedule, and the paraphrase version is the hardworking students always finishes tasks before the deadline. In semantics equivalence, both sentences convey the idea of a student who is dedicated and completes the assignments promptly. And the restructuring is the sentence have different structures, but the core information remains the same. For example, the original one has a more formal tone, while the paraphrases version is a slightly more casual. And then the tone and style. The tone shifts slightly with the original being more formal and the paraphrase version having a somewhat informal tone. And the last one is the contextual considerations. Both sentences fit into the context of describing a student's work ethic, but the choice of words and structures may be influenced by the context of the surrounding text. Then, the second one is entailment. Entailment is a relationship between two sentences where the truth of one sentence logically guarantees the truth of one another. In other words, if the first sentence is true, then it is necessarily implies that the second sentence is also true. Number one is logical implication. An entailment relationship, the truth of the first sentence logically implies the truth of the second. If A entails B, it means that the A is true, then the B must also be true. And number two is directionally. Entailment is a directional relationship. If A entails B, it does not necessarily mean that B entails A. Like, for example, the cat is on the mat. It might entails into this sentence, like, there is a mat, but the refer is not necessarily true. And then the third one is preservations of meaning. While the specific wording and structures of the sentence may vary, the core meaning or information is to preserve in the entailment relationship. The second sentence typically captures the essential information conveyed by the first, and the last one is inference. Entailment involves an inferential relationship. It goes beyond surface level similarity and requires an understanding of the logical connections between the statements. If you know that the A is true, you can infer that the B is also true if A entails B. The example, the original sentence is, if it is raining, then the ground is wet. Then the entire sentence is it's raining. The original sentence states a logical relationship. If it is raining, then the ground is wet. The entailing sentence affirms a condition like it is raining. So, this example illustrates the concept of entailment, where the truth of one statement implies the truth of one another, and the relationship is based on the logical connections within the two sentences. Like, if it is raining, then the ground is wet. So the entailing sentence is it's raining. Then, the contradiction. What is a contradiction, may I ask? Contradiction is a type of semantic relationship between the sentence where the meaning of one sentence conflicts with or directly opposes the meaning of another. In other words, the information conveyed in one sentence is incompatible with the information presented in one other. For example, the sky was clear and the weather was warm. Suddenly, a fierce storm rolled in, bringing heavy rain and strong winds. So, in this case, in the example, the first sentence suggests good weather with a clear sky and warmth, while the second sentence introduces a contradictory element, like a sudden storm with a rain and a sudden winds. The information in two sentences is incompatible and creating a contradiction. The third one is contradiction. Is identifying contradictions between sentences is usually essential for understanding the text and ensuring logical coherence. It is a common element in various types of writing, includes arguments, debates, and discussions where opposing viewpoints or conflicting information may be presented. Analyzing contradiction can also be crucial in critical thinking and reasoning, as it requires recognizing inconsistencies and evaluating the validity of different statements or claims. So, what is the difference between phrases, entailment, and contradictions? Entailment in nature is a logical relationship where the truth of one sentence guarantees the truth of one other. The directionally is unidirectional. If A entails B, it doesn't mean B entails A. The connection is based on logical implication and inference. If phrases is nature expressing the same meaning using different words or structures, directionally, it's typically bidirectional. If A is phrase of B, then B is a phrase of A. The connection is relies on maintaining semantic equivalence with variations in expression. And the contradictions. Nature is a logical relationship. The truth of one sentence negates the truth of one another. It's unidirectional. If A contradicts B, B cannot be true if A is. So the connection is based on logical negation. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys understand what is my material, what is relation between sentences and semantics. So Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and see you guys in another video. Bye.